Hello Runeterrans! Some days ago I asked you some help for my future dungeon speculation video, and there were two regions standing out, Mount Targon and Bilgewater. Last speculation video we dove into the Veiled Temple, so today I want to dive in a dungeon located below the seas of Bilgewater. So if you like these speculation videos, please consider a like and subscribe if you want to support this channel. With the boring banter out of the way, let's enter the depths. First of all, we need to locate the dangerous waters around the Serpent Isles. On the island there is a port city named Bilgewater, home to monster hunters, dog gangs, indigenous people, and traders from across the known world. Over time becoming a vital stop for trade ships traveling near the Serpent Isles. Almost anything can be purchased there. From outlawed hextech to the favor of local crime lords, there is no better place to seek fame and fortune, though death lurks in every alleyway, and the law is almost non-existent. The sea monsters are horrors that roam the seas of Runeterra, particularly the depths around the Serpent Isles, and the oceans surrounding the Shadow Isles. Many appear to be corrupted by the Black Mist or the Void, so expect some horrors. Many of the monsters are a large part of Bilgewater's tradition. Massive sea monsters are a constant threat in the waters around Bilgewater, and over the centuries, a trade industry has grown out of hunting and harvesting them. The nature of the beasts' attraction to the islands is unknown, but their impact cannot be denied. However, there could be some hidden mysteries linked with the god Nagakebaros. Seeing behemoths rise from the deep is just a part of a normal day for the grizzled veterans of the criminal haven. Over the years, lucrative industries have grown out of hunting and harvesting the massive creatures. Vessels haul them back to the port to be rendered down into meat, oils, hides, armored scales, even bones and teeth, for sale at the thriving dockside markets. As a result, sea monster iconography can be seen all over the nation's structures and other everyday objects as part and parcel of Bilgewater's unique appearance. Before we dive into the dungeon, I would like to cover some possible ally champions we could encounter during our seafaring adventure. Currently, Bilgewater's power structure is in a state of flux, with numerous crime bosses and captains vying for power. Miss Fortune has declared herself Queen of Bilgewater and has consolidated remarkable power against the gangs. We could see Miss Fortune giving us some quest lines to start out. Also, Graves and Twisted Fate are well-known bounty hunters that could join us on our travels. A cool mechanic would be the bounty board. The bounty board could give quests to hunt down massive sea monsters on a weekly or even monthly basis. This mechanic was introduced in the Ruined King game, and I feel in the MMO we could see this implemented and taken even to the next level. This could be a daily, weekly and monthly progression system, gathering rare crafting materials and reguns to create valuable pieces of gear. With that out of the way, we enter a Jaul Hunter boat and we sail towards their first prey. But we get troubled by our first enemy, the sea scarab. Sea scarabs are dangerous omnivores who are feasting on our Jaul Hunter keel. If we don't kill those off in time, our ship gets destroyed and we need to find a way to fix our ship before we get further under the sea. If we manage to defeat the scarabs in time, we sail further in the open waters. Next encounter is a tougher one. Megatusks are trying to get on the ship. We need to think fast, otherwise they swarm us and eventually we discover they are attracted to our buckets of oranges and we have to get rid of them to kill the last Megatusk. Oh, and obviously those tusks are looking very valuable. And on we go. Next up we need to collect plate worm eggs on the bottom of the sea. The more we collect in time, the better. But beware, if you run out of time, because our next enemy is lurking right around the corner, vicious plate worms attack us. We have to kill them off by weakening their scales. If we manage to kill it, we go back on the Jaul Hunter ship. But our victory doesn't last long because the next boss could be the beast below. A first mini-boss to teach us the mechanics for the bigger bosses. The party has to jump off the beast and get through different obstacles on the body of the beast to get to its head and smash its head. Repeat the process until it's killed off. When we manage to kill it off, we get knocked up off our boat by its large tail and we sink in the depths. Next up, our party wakes up at the bottom of the deep sea in the middle of the darkness. Suddenly, several purple eyes start to open and stare at us. We have to kill the abyssal eyes to eventually move our way up to our boat again. On a little side note, those abyssal eyes are probably corrupted fish by a void rift that is located below the waters. We still don't know the exact location, but the chances are highly likely that this rift is somewhere located around Bilgewater or the Serpent Isles. In the process of moving back to the surface, we encounter our first real boss, the Devourer of Depths. We have to deal a significant amount of damage to interrupt his Devour ability. When a player is lower health than the boss, he devours the player, and the team has to retrieve the player inside the mouth of the beast. After defeating our first boss, we manage to get back on our ship. Once back, we get attacked by our second boss, the Shipwreck Hoarder. The players need to jump on the right time at the back of the massive beast and run towards its head. Beware, the players can get knocked off its back, so we need to do the mechanics properly to deal the most amount of damage possible. When we finished this boss, we head back to the slaughter docks with all our loot. But of course, we get interrupted by, you guessed it, the end boss, the Terror of the Tides. This is a corrupted ship by the Ruination magic, and we have to overcome a combination of the previous mechanics, but of course all combined in one fight. Maybe we will see Pike in this battle because he is obsessed with a ship, and the ship is highly likely this ship. Also, we can see Nagakeboros in the artwork of the Legends of Runeterra cards, so maybe there will be an interaction with Illaoi and Pike during this boss battle. And to finish off this interesting dungeon, we could see a random element, and oh, I would love this, please Riot implement this. For example, Fizz could turn up at random times while we are on the sea, so we have to catch him and get maybe a valuable loot drop or some bonus or luck chance increased while doing the dungeon. Anyway, this was my imagination running wild, but I'm more interested in what you would like to see realized as a dungeon in the Riot MMO. Leave a comment down below and maybe your dungeon ID will be covered in my next dungeon series video. Again, if you like this video and want to see more in the future, a quick like and subscribe could help this channel a lot. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.